Good morning, John here, the hat guy. Let's talk about style. Obviously, I have my own style. I tend to wear a top hat. This particular one is one of my favorites, and I wear it every day. Clearly, I have others. You've seen them on here. But we lack style anymore. The styling of the past was amazing. Architecture, for example. In the colonial period, wrought iron was really popular. If you go to a town like Savannah, Georgia, where they have a colonial section, they have a Victorian section, you can see these different styles in these different neighborhoods. And in the colonial section, there's wrought iron everywhere, and it looks amazing. And in the Victorian era, my personal favorite, clearly from my hat, I tend to favor the Victorian era. But that's when this particular style of hat, the top hat at least, not the steampunkery that I've put on it, but that was popular during the Victorian era. Drive through Savannah's Victorian neighborhoods and look at some of those old southern mansions that are just with turrets and the gingerbread dripping off of them. And if you don't know what gingerbread is, look that up. It's pretty amazing. It's basically like on the front porch, you would have a pole and then the roof, and then in that corner, there would be all this frilly scroll work that is just amazing. It's not really functional, but it looks awesome. Art Deco is probably the last era in this country, at least, where we had any style. Then World War II happened, and things changed. I don't know why it changed, but I have a theory. My theory is that we saw what the Soviet Union was doing, and we thought that was amazing, and we wanted to copy them. We're still doing it politically, and it needs to stop. Everybody on the left side of the political spectrum, just stop it. Let's bring back some good old-fashioned American style. The architecture of the Soviet Union is drab, gray, block, concrete constructions that completely and utterly lack style. They're functional, but that's all they are, is functional. And ever since then, we've been doing the same thing. Yeah, there are some of the skyscrapers they're building today are mostly glass. That's just another form of the same concrete block buildings, though. Even houses. Every middle-class neighborhood in America has square or rectangular ranch-style homes that just completely and utterly lack style. I've lived in them myself. It's, our options are limited. If you want to live in a Victorian house, it costs a lot. The upkeep is high. I had one when I was much younger, and it cost a fortune to keep that thing going. I was not there long. But it's the styling. Cars. I'm a car guy. Look at the cars from the 20s and 30s. Yeah, there was the Model T, and that was basic form and function. But if you look at some of the higher-end stuff from back then, 1929 Duesenberg, which a lot of people don't know what a Duesenberg is. And first of all, it's not a German car. It was an American car, believe it or not. Every one of them was made in 1929, but then the Depression hit, and it took them 10 years to sell them all. So you can find Duesenbergs dated all through the 30s. Well, you can't find them, to be honest. There are no more left. There are quite a few of them, but they're all in collections, like people like Jay Leno. He's got several. But they were the early limousines of the day. They were an open cockpit car, meaning the driver was basically in a convertible. Now, it had a roof they could put on, like a Target top. But it's what they called a town car back in the day. The driver's compartment was all open air, and then behind him was a windshield, kind of where my back window is in my standard cab pickup truck here. And then that was all completely enclosed and over-the-top luxurious. The styling of them are amazing. And not just Duesenbergs. There were a lot of them. All the major manufacturers that built luxury cars built a town car, and there are a lot of options. But Duesenberg is just one of those that, I don't know, I've always been fascinated by them. If you look around any parking lot today, every car looks the same. Every one of those cars look the same. The only one that stands out is that brownish red one there. And that's only because it's an unusual color. You've got just a couple of basic styles. You've got the little sedan type car. You've got the little van type SUVs and that type of thing. And you've got pickup trucks. And not a whole lot of difference there. And they're fine. They're functional. They've got a lot of features that cars years ago didn't have. But they lack style. It's, I miss style. I like the styling of the past. And I'm not saying every car should have the same style, then that would be boring in its own way. Build something that has some style. If you're going to build a luxury car, don't make it look like every other luxury car. Do something unique. Make people want to get in your car. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm John. I'm the Hat Guy. Have a great day.